So in this case, it's very, very important that if you have that preliminary service done by the manufacturer, you actually read it and actually ask questions about it, especially of an engineer, and do what the report is telling us to do. A lot of times that's just kind of overlooked in the quickness of how things are moving along. People aren't paying attention to what they've already got in front of them as information that's important. The other issue is, and we find this a lot in the industry, is contractors want to play a little game where maybe the engineering is not going to be required by the architect in the submittal process. And that's devastating at the end of the game if the architect does need to have the engineering done and it's all the way through the architectural approval process. We've got shop drawings that are approved, and all of a sudden things are not working. It's a gamble that really does not pay off in the long run because it costs more time and more effort. Things aren't right. You might have to order new material and get that in by certain dates. So it's not a good gamble. Get the engineering done. Get the prelim done.
We offer preliminary engineering services, but we do not have to have a completed shop drawing set from a drafter to do that. We can do it based off of architectural elevation views and things like that. So long as we know what the system is and what they're using part number wise, we can do prelim off of that. We don't need official shop drawings yet.
Why do clients need that?
Get them answers
Makes the
faster.
job go smoother, so you don't get all the way through architectural approval and then have your engineer say something doesn't work. So
How often does that happen?
a lot. Pretty, regular.
Just on every single project, there's typically something that comes up and you hear, well, if we would have known that 6 months ago, get us involved 6 months earlier and we'll find that little bitty stuff that in the end could be a big headache when you need to go install next week, It just helps them order steel earlier, or if steel's needed, they can go back and say, hey, can we go to a deeper system? It really benefits the client a lot. And I don't know that they see the value in it that they potentially should be.
How much does it cost?
It depends on the job, but like I said, a lot of my clients, it's just become a thing that's needed, so I include it in the fixed pricing, and we just do it. But a lot of jobs, if that's not the right path, I don't know, 5, 6 hours worth of engineering, you can get a good guide.
Framing analysis.
Yeah, you can find a lot of the hot button issues.
Even if they just want to pinpoint, we want you to look at this elevation and not everything else. They dictate what they want us to do. And look at, if there's one elevation they're concerned about, just tell us. We can pick through that one. We don't have to do every single elevation. And it just helps them make, breathe that sigh of relief that they need.
So tell the story for the camera that you just told about the example where you got into a project and it had not been done.
So we have a recent project that the glazing contractor knew that engineers do prelim, but had been told on a past project that they require shop drawings. Did not ask us anything about it. Ordered everything, has everything in their shop ready to go out for this glass handrail, and none of it works. So they have to scrap all of the glass, throw it away, waste of hundreds of thousands of dollars, and order everything brand new. And they're supposed to start install right after Christmas. So he said, if I would have known you guys could have done it just off of shop drawings and done a prelim look while I was getting shop drawings done, and you would have caught this, and I wouldn't have ordered the wrong material, it would have saved me hundreds of thousands of dollars potentially. So
You just said, if I would have known you could get it done just off the shop drawings.
Or excuse me, off of the architecturals, then, you know, he would have saved a lot of money.
Right.
And it's a small glass company, so like.
Okay,
Give
you
me-
had the example of the storefront that had the 81.
That was also me.
Okay, tell that one. But,
So, on another project, we had a very large horizontal as far as how wide it was. It was like 81 inches, and it had a lot of glass on top of it, like 70 or 79 inches, something like that. And the horizontal was failing. And Conair was the one that did prelim on this project. Wrote a report, gave it to the glazing contractor, already telling them in their report it does not work and what they need to do to fix it. Nothing was changed. It came to us for full engineering. It still failed. Got on the phone with everybody involved, and Conair kind of just did a mic drop and said, yeah, we already told you it doesn't work. You just got to read the reports you're paying for. So
We're here to read the reports you're paying for.
we're here to generate the reports and communicate with you, because I don't know what Conair communicated. If all they did was the package and sent the package, if you don't tell them, hey, this doesn't work, you need to read this, they don't know to. Well, us as engineers, we'll pick up the phone, especially here at JEI, we'll pick up the phone and say, this doesn't work, here's why, and have that conversation with you. We don't just, here you go. You know, we are the jump on the phone, jump on the email, and really communicate it, you know, type of people.